Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Library Marketing Show. I'm Angela Hursh from superlibrarymarketing.com, the website that tries to help you with your library marketing. I was thinking today about some ways to help small and medium-sized libraries do their marketing in this unprecedented time without spending a bunch of money, or maybe without spending any money. And the one thing I kept landing on was press coverage. So today I want to talk to you about how to do a better job of getting good media coverage, I should say, of your library. And there's actually a way to do it that's better than a press release, if you can believe that. And this story comes from personal experience, so let me share it with you. First of all, I used to work in a newsroom, and we used to get a lot of press releases, and sometimes there were organizations that were sending out press releases at a rate of 1 to 2 a week. And when you do that, you kind of become noise to the media. It happens, and I want you to think a little bit about whether your library is creating noise or creating news. You want to be creating news, and how do you do that? It's pretty simple. Well, it's not simple, but there's a way to do it, which is to think about the past press releases that you have sent out and how many of those have actually resulted in news coverage. Kind of do an audit of what you've been doing up to this point. If your media coverage is satisfactory to you, great. You can fast forward to the kudos part of this video. If it's not, it may be because your library is creating more noise than news. I know we have to pitch stories to the media, and oftentimes the pressure to do that is coming from a senior staff member or a supervisor. So what I'm suggesting is not to do a press release for every piece of newsworthy thing or every event that happens at your library, but rather to do something that takes just as much time or just as little time, but may be more effective. Make a phone call. I know it's crazy, but sometimes actually calling a reporter and talking them through the story that you're proposing and explaining to them how your story affects their audience is better than a press release. That phone call is more personal. It shows that your library is clearly thinking about that media person's audience. You can talk through who the people are that they should interview, what should the photos and graphics that accompany the story be, what tone should the story take. I know it sounds like it takes a long time. It doesn't take you any longer than writing a press release. And you might be able to make 2 or 3 phone calls and get some media coverage, whereas you may spend hours writing and getting approval for a press release and send it out and get no coverage. So it's just a simple tactic. I used to use it when I worked at a large metro public library. I want you to try it sometime to try and help create some more media coverage for your library, because of course a personal conversation could lead to more coverage, and it'll work. So just try making a phone call to a reporter instead of sending a press release. Now, I have a question that I wanted to relay from a reader. One of my readers asked if anybody knows of any cartoon artists that are doing work that they can repost on social media that are library specific. So if you know of any cartoon artists that are doing library specific drawings or memes, just put the information to that in the comments below. This kind of goes along with a video I did a couple weeks ago that I'm gonna link to up here about whether you should be resharing content from other sources that are not your library. And this person just wants to know if anyone knows of any library specific cartoon artists. We do have kudos today, and they go out to the winners of the 2020 PR Exchange Awards. There are 25 winners, I believe, in a variety of categories, different size libraries. PR, press coverage, is hard to do for most companies, but particularly for libraries. These are examples of people who are doing an outstanding job of it. I'm going to put a link to the award winners so you can kind of go through and see what they've been doing and maybe be inspired by their work. Thank you to Mark Aaron Polger for sending out and organizing that whole award ceremony. I think it's a really great way to honor people who are doing PR work in the library. If you have a topic suggestion for an upcoming library marketing show, or you want to nominate someone for kudos, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.